This is Abelia grandiflora sunrise, and this is a beautiful variegated evergreen shrub. I really like this in part shade the way I've done this. There's a tree right here that gives it protection from the hottest part of the day, and I find that a lot of these yellowy variegated plants prefer to avoid the hottest part of the day. That's not a perfect rule, but my experience is they prefer to have a little protection, and yet they still need light. And I'm in a hot inland area, but they still need light to bring out the full effect of the variegation. If they don't get light, a lot of that impact in the strong color that we buy these for, it doesn't really pop. So give them enough light to get that color to come out. And if you're by the coast, ignore what I'm saying about the whole light thing. They're not going to have an issue with the amount of light. You can put them in full sun, no problem. It's just that if you're in a hot inland area, you need to be careful about where you put these yellowy foliaged or light variegated plants. So back to this plant, like most Abelia grandifloras, these things can reach kind of 5 to 8 feet tall. I don't know on this one just how tall it wants to be. This is about a 3-year-old plant, and it's got a lot of competition right here, so it hasn't grown as well as it probably could have. But what I like to show in this photo here is that it's got this kind of airy feel to it, and I like how the branches kind of arch out to the side here. I like that. It feels kind of elegant to me, like the look of that. So now if you use it in mass plantings and you use it in a commercial situation, they're probably going to ball this up like they do most Abelias, so just be aware that a lot of what I'm saying I like about it will probably be lost in a commercial situation, but you'll still get the interesting foliage and variegation of that. Here's a close-up of the foliage. Now this is August, late August, and they're doing their bloom. I was looking at some other Abelias the other day. Oh, here's a nice pocket of blossoms. I was looking at other Abelias the other day, and they all seem to be blooming, so I'd tell you kind of August to September seems to be when they do their biggest bloom. I don't use Abelias for their bloom, but it's certainly a nice feature. Abelias are fairly drought tolerant. I was looking at some today that were in a median island that gets little or no care and certainly doesn't get great watering, and they're doing just fine. So I think they're fairly drought tolerant. Also, most Abelias are left alone by the deer. I've seen some in some very heavy deer areas, and they're generally left alone. So I'd say if you've got a deer situation, certainly try Abelias. They're nice for that. And what I like in general is it's just a nice medium sized shrub that's easy to control if you want to keep it around 3 or 4 feet tall. And again, this one, sunrise, the nicest thing about it for me is the variegated foliage, and using that again with some greens, you see the contrast between that and this rhododendron, and I think that's its nicest feature. Size wise, I'd say space these about 4 feet on center would be safe, and expect them, if they don't get pruned a lot, to reach around 6 feet tall easily. And also, I like them in part shade. I think these variegations show up better in a part shade situation, so consider using it where there's a little shade so you get more impact from the variegated foliage. And that's Abelia sunrise.